The more you know about the past, the better prepared you are for the future. Theodore Roosevelt.
Hi everyone, my name is Christel and the theme for March is Dark Academia. But before we do anything else, I'm going to cut all the tabs on all the pages. So what is Dark Academia? Dark Academia is an aesthetic based on the ideal college life on old universities like Oxford, where you would study things like literature, architecture and classical arts. Dark Academia first started on Tumblr 2015 and exploded in popularity during that shall not be named for the algorithm in the 2020s. Here you can see me use a piece I cut out earlier so I can safely put down line art without leaving marks on the other pages. And of course I have to use a set square to make straight lines. I used this specific set square a lot in school back in the day. In Dutch, a set square is called a geodriehoek. Now, the book you saw me grab and still is on screen is my own book from the days I was studying to become a history teacher. No, I'm not a history teacher. Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna lie, the cutting out of the frame didn't went as smoothly as I hoped, but it was the first time I attempted something like this, so I guess I have a learning curve to work on. I decided to use some distressing and I love how it turned out. Now I'm looking at some stuff to put on the other side of the frame. This is a lot of trial and error, but also some freedom to play with what you have and just create. I find it hard to show the tearing and sticker deciding part on camera, because I usually lean back or think that no one wants to see that. So let me know in the comments down below if you like to see the deciding of ephemera or not. Eventually I did decide to put the calendar, even though I said in the February video I was thinking of not putting it in anymore. But come on, this is Dark Academia team. We have to have a calendar for, well, academic purposes. I did put some more distressing in because, well, I like the look of it. It makes it look old and vintage, or better yet, Dark Academia. I also decided here to write down cover on the tab, but I didn't like how that looks, so at some point I will change that. On to the trackers. The one thing that comes to mind when thinking of Dark Academia are books, so of course I had to make a bookshelf for my mood tracker. For the habit trackers, I was inspired by Mandy Journal on Instagram. I'll leave her link to the post in the description, even though I saw her habit tracker on Pinterest first. So the bookshelf I drew here is inspired by my own bookshelf. You saw a sneak peek of it in the beginning of the video. The numbers of the days on the books are Roman numerals because in my opinion Roman numerals scream Dark Academia, or at least academia. bookshelf is drying, let's paint some book covers. And I immediately made a mistake. The first book was supposed to be red instead of blue. Oopsie. So we have red for the period tracker, brown for reading, light green for cleaning, purple for creativity. Here is the blue for the water, and last but not least, a dark green or teal for walking. Any Dead by Daylight fans recognizing this cover art? Back to the habit trackers. I decided to add a 6th tracker because I really should be drinking more water than I am lately. So hopefully this tracker will help me drink some more water. forgot to film it, but I also painted all the backs of the book covers. You see me use a piece I cut out earlier again, so I can safely put down the glue without leaving marks. Here I placed some random stuff on the just glued covers in the hope they would stay down, but it didn't really work that well. And now for the fun part, decorating the bookshelf with some stickers. I couldn't decide which sticker would fit on the bottom shelf, and when I finally picked something, it turned out to be too big. But the hourglass will be back. Eventually, nothing was placed on the bottom shelf. And here I'm coloring all the bookmarks with their respective colors with glitter gel pen. Normally I use my glitter gel pens to color in my mood tracker, but bright colors and glitter don't seem to work well with dark academia aesthetic. So I decided to use my metallic gel pens. Unfortunately, the gold and silver pens are too close in color to be distinct from one another. So I put another color over the gold and silver, and to make sure I will pick the right colors eventually, I colored in all the blank spots on the books. Going on to the weeklies for March. Here too I had to use the set square and of course the Roman numerals. Now I need to know. I used hand lettering for the initials for the days of the week. Or would the block lettering have been better for that? Please let me know. thank Artemis for the following idea. I printed out these little calendars and put them on the top of the weekly spread and circled the weeks of the days associated with that week. So thank you again, Artemis, for this idea. Now I think the best and most fun part of this weekly setup is the collaging. I printed out some Dark Academia pictures I found on Pinterest, and then my printer decided not to print them so well. So some of them have some stripes, but I think that makes them look more old and used, so accidentally they have the vibe I'm going for. Look, didn't I tell you that the hourglass would be back? Here it is. I believe you don't want to see me draw the same layout twice more. So, editing magic. last weekly I forgot to fill in one collage spot. To make it worse, I just discovered during the editing process. Now the last thing we're going to do before the flip through is fixing the tabs with some washi tape. And we're already at the end of this month's setup. If you made it this far in the video, please like and comment on this video. It would really help showing this video to more people. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel so you won't miss it when I upload. I really enjoyed creating this month's setup, and this is truly my favorite setup so far. I really can't decide which spread I like more, although the tracker pages are probably the best bet. Thank you all so much for watching. Go study history, make some art, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.